charged to be late. What happened to rocking shows? What happened to spin flows? Been weighing the cons and the pros. Feel like I'm the only pro. If we gon' go, then go. We can take it toe to toe. I've been doing everything you've been doing, but I'm really doing more. I'm about to explode. You gon' need someone to hold me. They cannot hold me. Yeah, holy, you're dealing with something that's holy. Yeah, hold me. I need somebody with this. I know life is but moments that come and go. Tomorrow may never come, but the memories live on. Be strong, don't cry when I'm gone. This life is a path to
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug-in.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Mills looking to the air right away. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Pierce will try to pick it up. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. The Texans at 5-4 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action. Mills. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, man open left side. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Mills. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mills. And he fires one incomplete. He's trying to get that to Brevin Jordan, but now it'll be 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mills. It's caught left side by Cooks. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
To throw is Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. He'll get this one to Penn, and I think the ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Here's Mills. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Mills swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Play action now, Mills. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here's Pierce. Will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
You're looking there, the defensive back was maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Again, it's Pierce. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. Third and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. They'll run for it with Pierce. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Damian Pierce on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Back to throw. Wilson.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
42 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
On second down, here's Pierce.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Damian Pierce
on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns.
And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked out by Jordan Poyer.
And the Texans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mills now from the 50. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Mills now looks to throw on first down. And he's got Jordan complete right side. Touchdown, Texans! Brevin Jordan, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wilson on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The kick by McManus is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And some room to roam now. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. final play of the half. Mills. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. McKenzie now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Broncos send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mills. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Play fake. Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mills. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans just continue to roll. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. McKenzie now from his end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Open man Hamler, that's complete. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wilson. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson into the hands of Patrick left side. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Terez Hall. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another carry for Pierce. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Throwing, Mills. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A first down throw for Mills. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Mills. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket, completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup.
And Cooks has it over the middle. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage. And he rifles one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Wilson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. And the Texans are going to get it back here just past the 35. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Here's 2nd and 9. Mills now. And his throw's going to be.
No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. McKenzie now to return it. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Play action. It's Wilson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Pierce gets this one running right.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs.
And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Ronald Darby. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Fields it right around the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The 40. Past the 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Texans.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Again, Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Down inside the 10.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point from McManus is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Looks like he'll throw here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mills, throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mills now looks to throw on first down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
In motion, the tight end. On play action, Mills. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Mills again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple.
And my goodness, another interception. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. A partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Wilson. Now a quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now the Texans have burned the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. So Houston going to come. Defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare.